Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. It's time for Cheer Corner because I believe that we can change the world one card at a time. So, as I'm making these cards, please consider who you want to nominate to get one of these cards. I may be making as many as 3 cards, depending on how things go. I am sharing my home right now with my son, daughter in law, and 2 grandchildren, one of whom is homesick today. So, it's a bit of a crazy background business here. So I apologize if there's any noise that doesn't fit with the video. So let's take a peek. I am using bits and pieces from the latest paper pumpkin. So the latest paper pumpkin is Lovely Lavender. And I'm going to show you the cards. We are not making these cards. I already did that. But they're very beautiful, so I wanted to share them with you. So here's the tag. And here is the card, one of the cards, and you can see the opening. That's where this tag came from. So I thought that was pretty genius. And then there is this one here. Okay, so now we are going to make a card using some of the leftovers. And before we do that, I want to share this card with you. This card I made with a new technique. Well, it's not new. You combine glycerin with your ink, and then you daub it with a blending brush. And I did a YouTube short with this. Okay, so check it out. There's also a longer, older video with this technique, so you can check that out as well. It's a lot of fun, and you don't get any blobs. You get a beautifully smooth background that looks just like velvet. All right, so now we're going to start with our Cheer Corner card. You start with a white card base that is thick basic white. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And then we're going to use this piece. We're going to pop this one up. And I'm wondering what I did with my dimensionals. Do you lose your dimensionals? I lose them all the time. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. I have lost, the paper pumpkin kit came with a huge sheet of these lovely dimensionals. And guess what? They have been misplaced. They're hiding under something, and I didn't have the patience to look for them. But I am seriously annoyed. Do you ever have that? I'm thinking that you just might. So we've got a fair bit of dimensionals. I don't often put this many on, but this is a layer that's more, it has the thickness, it's slightly thicker than pattern paper, but it's not as thick as cardstock. So it needs the additional stability of the more dimensionals, because you don't want a floppy card, you don't want it caving in the middle. So there are times to be frugal and there are times to not be frugal. So I'm just thinking this might be an entire card front. So this piece also measures 4.25 by 5.5. And then I thought I would put a few little sprigs of lavender. I could stamp as well, but I wanted to keep it clean. This is the stamp set that came with the paper pumpkin. But this is kind of how I'm laying this out. See, there's this. I haven't made this card. I'm just playing. Playing is fun. See, and then I thought I would put the love across. So that's just how I'm doing it. I'm not putting it together yet because I want to share you something else. Share you something else. Show you something else. So the Love of Spring dies is a special set of dies that coordinates with the January, February, and March paper pumpkin. And it has the die cut for love. Take a peek. See, so it has love, it has this big die cut, and it has a leaf, and it has a daffodil. And we're going to use it later on for one of the other cards, but I thought I wanted to show you that. So here we go. I'm going to take these, and I think what we're going to do is, if I can find some scissors, you know, you must be thinking to yourself, Jackie, you are missing everything. And you know what? You would be right. Well, why make it difficult if you don't have to? We have mini dimensionals, so we're going to use some mini dimensionals here. It will just look nicer if these lavender things are popped up. And do you know who grows the most luscious lavender? It's Alfie Kron. And Alfie lives in Guelph, and she has gifted me with homemade sachets of lavender, and my mother as well. And I have one in Holland. And honestly, if I'm feeling blue or I just need a little pick me up, I just squish that little thing and rub it in my hands, and the whole room smells like lavender. It's so nice. I'm just going to put that like so. And so this is really easy, but it's a beautiful way. That's why I just want to show you that you can do other things with your paper pumpkin than what the kit does. So it can be very creative even if you're a seasoned stamper. So I'm just going to lay that across. I don't think I'll pop that up. I could. You know what? Why not? As long as it fits through the trough, like through the cutting trough of your um, paper trimmer, then in Canada, it will not cost you any extra postage. It doesn't go by weight, it goes by thickness. In the Netherlands, it goes by weight. So that's why Stampin' Up! Dimensionals are important. They weigh less than the thicker dollar store ones. So keep that in mind. I didn't want to cover up that pretty little shiny thing at the bottom there. So now I'm going to use my silicone mat. This is a freebie that you can get as well as the glass plate that I'm using that you can get with your starter kit. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here, and then I keep my glue sponges in a little baggie. That way they don't get all hard, and you can reuse them over and over. So I'm just going to do this. You could use glue dots as well, but I'm just going to put it across the middle because the other part is going to be sticking up above my little strip. There. And the nice thing with silicone mat, you can just, there, I'm going to put that maybe like so. Love. And then for the finishing touch, we've got some beautiful purple gems. And we're just going to add a few of those. And maybe a lighter one too. And some. So it's the little things that can make it really special. Oh, maybe a dark purple one over here. That will cover up my, take the eye away from my little scratchy thing over there. I could, so I've got 4. I should actually have a 5th one. Way up here. I always have a hard time deciding where to put them. Well, that'll do. That looks nice. So that's the first easy card. And now the second one is going to also be easy. I cut apart the lovely lavender paper. I'm using a large Memories and More card, and this piece is 4 inches by 6 inches. And before we go any further, here we go. I haven't cut this. Here's another piece of the same paper. So let me show you what I did. I took the paper. Let's take a look at this lovely lavender paper. It's really beautiful. Let me turn it around. So there's some that is really like in the soft crumb cake here. Also lovely for scrapbooking. And I have a card to show you with this paper. It's so pretty. I'm not having a great time with my camera. It's not focusing very well. No, I don't know what's going on this morning. You know, some days are just, everything tends to go a little bit wrong. And here. Okay, we're going to flip the whole shebang over. And then here we'll find the piece of paper that I was using, which is this one. So what I did, I'm just going to zoom. Oh, I can't even zoom out. I can't even show you the whole piece at once. So I cut the strip at 4 inches, and so I'm using the top of the strip, which is a bit more open, and the bottom of the strip, which is a bit more solid. You could also cut it on the diagonal and do it half and half on opposite sides of your 12 by 12 spread. So beautiful, beautiful paper. I love it. I'm looking forward to creating more with it. And before we go on to my next card, I'm going to show you one that I made at Marion Greenland's house. Let's see. Here it is. Look at this pretty card. Isn't that nice? I am waiting for my lovely lavender stamp set because the one that I had was a bingo prize, so I don't have it anymore. Okay, so we have our Memories and More card. Guess what? The piece of pattern paper fell off. Huh. Okay, we have to go on another hunt. My piece of paper was stuck in between all the 12 by 12 paper. So yeah, all the things are happening. I'm using my block to give that a good crease. And now I'm just going, see, this plaid is just lovely too. The nice thing is you can combine this paper with other things. Okay, think outside the box and combine what you have. Use what you have and have fun. Okay, so this is really nice. I love the assorted Memories and More cards. They are so nice. You get big ones and you get little ones, and it's just all done for you. You get the cards and you get the white envelopes, and it just makes such a beautiful. I might even leave these all flat and not pop anything up. Put this in behind. I thought I would just add a little bit of dimension and then put the word love on here. And it's just really simple. It's like a 2-minute card, and that's okay. So what we're going to do is put some adhesive on here. And this one, I want this to go in behind. Remember our silicone mat? I'm just going to use it again. It's still wet. There. And we're going to place our greenery, and it's kind of all flowing a bit sideways, so I'm going to let this one also flow a little sideways. I don't want to cover up my butterfly. It's right in there. So cute. And here we go. And then after this, we have one more, and it's going to be a bit fancier. We are going to make a little gift card holder inside. So again, I'm using my, see how long this goes and how handy this little mat is? It's wonderful. Things don't move when they're on this gritty thing. It kind of grips your paper, which is really nice. Love. You could do with love, but you can just do love. And then in the inside, you can write a really nice personal note. Words of affirmation are powerful. So in the inside, you can tell someone all the reasons you love them, what makes them special. So again, I want to add a few gems. Here. A white one. And maybe a tiny little one. And that picks up on all the colors in the card. Isn't that nice? All right, are you ready for the last card? I can't believe I'm doing 3. So if you nominate someone for this card, do it quickly. Tell me why you want the person to get this card. And then be sure to check your messages because I will comment if you have won, and then you need to message me the address. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. I can't do it without an address. So I thought, I still have this tied around because I was just playing to see if it worked. I thought this ribbon looks really nice with it. And this is the die from the coordinating dies that you can purchase. They're $16.95, I think, in Canada. And I thought I would put it here and I would stamp just a little something for you. Well, if it's just a little something for you, then there has to be something inside. So we're going to do that. I think the ribbon looks great. We want to straddle the ribbon, so I'm going to use, instead of dimensionals, we also have foam adhesive strips. They're pretty cool, but before we get those out, we're going to stamp, and this is the nicer side. I wonder if my camera doesn't like the grids on the glass plate. I don't know. Oh yeah. So we're going to use just a little something for you. And I need to find a block. Here. I think that looks straight. And gorgeous grape ink pad. Yes, I'm using the big one The paper pumpkin comes with a small one, okay? It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. And that way, I left a bit of space on the left side because the ribbon is going to go over top of that a little bit. I'm just going to move it over a smidge. We are going to trim that. I have ribbon scissors. So whenever you see scissors that have ribbon on the handle, you can bet it's a crafter, a sewer. Do not cut paper with those scissors because paper dulls your scissors. So always have a designated pair of ribbon scissors. It will save you so much work having to sharpen, or trying to cut ribbon with a dull scissors will really put your teeth on edge, let me tell you. Look how pretty that is. We're heading into some gray days. The sun is not shining. The temperature is going to go up, and we're going to get rain. On Wednesday, I fly back to the Netherlands, and they are also in the middle of a rainy period. So rainy days are great for paper crafting. They're great for other things too. Knitting, reading, intimacy, wonderful. Okay, so now I want to use those adhesive strips. But look how pretty. The paper is so beautiful that you really don't need to do anything to it. I'm not even going to add any gems. You could, but I choose not to. And then for the inside, we're going to use another piece of the, I'm just doing this, of the paper pumpkin kit, and we're going to use the Scallop Contours dies. So, like so. And now remember, no ribbon scissors. These adhesive strips are also great if you are making shaker cards. Okay, it might be time to make another fun shaker card. On YouTube, I'll maybe make the next link so that if you watch this video, then there'll be a link to a shaker card video. Won't that be fun? Yeah. I do find, though, that after about a year or so, or if you travel with a shaker card in your suitcase, you sometimes develop a leak and all the fun stuff starts shaking out. Not so much fun, but cards aren't meant to last forever. Okay, just a little something for you. And then in the inside, we're going to take this piece that came with the paper pumpkin kit. Look, it's meant to be like this. So we could decorate it, but what I was going to do is I was going to cut it in half and then add this scallop to it. And then we're going to put adhesive strips around, and then you've got a raised pocket where you can put in money, you can put in a gift card. People always love that, especially grandkids. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut it at about, you know what, if I go at about 1 3/4, then I have 2 halves that will work, and I can make 2. Okay, so, oh yeah, I better not put my paper trimmer away. This is going to go on here, although I can use my scissors for that too. It's nice to lay this on and have the scallops even. Okay, that looks nice. So that looks about right. So you know what we're going to do before we trim? We're going to adhere this. Okay. We'll put a thin line of glue at the top here. There. And then we're going to lay this on top. And we're going to center it. Now, I could have used Highland Heather as well. That would have been nice too. So now I can use my, this is a good idea. Is it straight? It looks straight from my angle. So you can use your glass mat to measure, to make sure your things are straight. So here, and like so. And then we're going to take another one of these strips. This, you could do this on the front of the card too. Like so. You know what? You can also curve it around. You don't have to cut it. See, it's plenty wide. Just curve. And you do the same trick when you're making a shaker card, and that way you don't have any seams, you don't have any places where it can fall out. I still don't know how I developed the leak. I have an incontinent card. There. Okay, so now we're going to peel off the backing, And I could have stamped on here, but I didn't. And now it's too late. No. Oh, guess what, people? You already know the answer. I lost my card. There it is. So you could put it on this side or on this side, depending on how much writing you want to do. I'm going to put it here, there, and then look. Kids especially, grandkids love it when they get paper money. They know the value. They think it's so exciting. They feel so wealthy. So if you do 2 5s, like they're the king of the world. Look at that, right? And then on the inside, we could add a little strip of lavender paper, like so. Or, yeah, I think that's too busy. Okay, give me a minute. So this paper is really pretty. It would make a nice strip, and this one has the exact same pattern as the outside of the card. So I'm just going to cut a strip that's 1/2 inch. And the card is 6¼ inches tall, so we're going to go to 6. Now, I don't know if you have this paper trimmer from Stampin' Up. It has a big arm that comes out, okay? And the 6¼ is right in this gray area. You can see it. There we go. So now let's take a look and see which one we like better. So here's our card, and we open it up, and we can put this in, or we can flip it and do this. This is really pretty too, but I like this one better because it goes with the outside of the card. Okay, you could do it a little bit in too, so that you get, I kind of like that. You get a little white strip. So it's just a very simple way to finish off your card, but it just makes it look so much nicer than just plain white. I find that when I show people my cards, especially non-stampers, they look at the outside of the card and they right away look inside. It's almost like the inside of the card is more important than the outside of the card. So I'm starting to think I need to put more effort into the inside of my card. So that's it. I hope that you found this. I'm not sending money, by the way, to anybody. So the Cheer Corner card is not going to have cash in it. Here and here. So this was a triple header. Lots of fun. I should have maybe put a little bit of greenery in here. That might have looked nice. There is extra greenery. And I think I was thinking about it and then I forgot. Look, and it's maybe too late if I lift this up. Sometimes you can, well, that's looking a bit too high, but I think the greenery would have looked nice underneath, but now it's too late. And whoever, they don't know about it, it's okay too. This one is very monochromatic and that's nice. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me for Cheer Corner today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, share. All those things just make the world a happier place, and they definitely make me a happier squirrel. So if you are looking for anything, if I can help you in any way, please let me know. I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to be your team leader and share with you all the knowledge I've gained over 18 years of being a demonstrator. I am a fossil, but a very happy one. So the other thing that I forgot to tell you during the video is that you can also become a channel member. And then you get, there's 3 different levels. The first level, you get a exclusive video every Thursday. The second level, you get the exclusive video every Thursday, plus you get a PDF tutorial every month. And the third level is more for demonstrators. You get the first 2 benefits, but you also get business training every Friday. So if you need help discovering this, let me know. But otherwise, it says join this channel right underneath my videos on YouTube. So click on that and it'll walk you through it. All right. I look forward to interacting with you. Have a super day. Bye.